All right, welcome to Byfield Newbury. We are here at the home of the Triton Vikings, hosting the Newburyport Clippers in a rematch from a game earlier this year. And it's already 2-0 Newburyport. And an early quick start. They got a bucket in the lane by the younger of the McLaren brothers. And Triton is off to a quick start with Tamino and a good shot just outside the arc. Great board by O'Doy. Somehow that's not over the back, which is good for Triton. McKenzie drives the lane and gets fouled by the same McLaren that made the first shot. And that's the younger brother, Parker McLaren. And he started tonight along with Casey McLaren, Ryan Archie, George Coral, and Jacob Robertson. For Triton, starting out tonight, we have O'Doy, TJ Overbaugh, Mason Ferrick, Tamino, and now Max McKenzie at the line, shooting 2. And we have our stats guy here tonight, and we're going to be joined by Ava Ford, who played in the girls' JV game, a long, rough, foul-filled affair. So she's a little bit late joining us tonight, but she should be here any minute now to come up in the booth and join us. And McKenzie misses his first of 2 and misses the second, board by Parker McLaren. Out to Coral to Archie. Archie with a nice long shot for the 3, but it's a little bit off. Tipped out by Newburyport for the rebound. Another great pass by number 0 there for Newburyport. And that time he doesn't get the pass off, but it's going to be off O'Doy. A little bit of a crazy play there. George Coral. He is not one of their high scorers, but clearly a kid that wants the ball in his hands on offense. And here we go. It's a second possession now from Newburyport. Let's see if they make something out of it. And a good crowd tonight. It's a rivalry game here. Triton playing against Newburyport. We got a decent student section. This is the first of a doubleheader. We got the boys game first, and then with the girls game coming up after this. And I believe both JV teams lost heading into this, so we need the Triton Vikings varsity teams to pick it up here before they get swept tonight. So, and that looks like it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be Overbaugh driving on Coral, and he gets a shot off. Beautiful play in the lane. That drops for Overbaugh. 2-2. Excellent shot by TJ. That's some good quick offense for the Vikings. They got pressure on him now. Out to Parker McLaren, almost a steal by Tamino. Coral with the ball, swings it out to one of their shooters. He's going to drive, take an extra step. McLaren, I don't think Casey McLaren's touched the ball until now. It's in his hands. He's their high scorer and their star, and he hasn't touched it much yet. Shots up, out. Parker McLaren can't, then he does grab the rebound. He's going to look down the lane, he's got nothing. And there's oh, that was a step. That was actually a walk. That little half a step thing he did when he first caught the ball. Normally they're going to call that. They don't call it on Casey McLaren in his first real possession. Drives the lane, tries to go for the dunk and gets stopped, fouled. And it's now 2-4, and Casey McLaren at the line now. He is their high scorer, and actually the high scorer in the local basketball. When you look at everybody around here, Pentucket and even Governors, Casey McLaren has 242 points on the season. So we expect a lot out of him tonight. He was a big factor in their last game as well. We'll talk about that later. Overbaugh with the ball up high. Looking around, look to O'Doy, cutting back door, doesn't happen. Max McKenzie now with the ball outside the three-point line. He goes to the free throw line, finds O'Doy outside the three-pointer, tries to take it, but it's blocked just enough. Can't get it off, and there's McLaren on the other end, puts a basket in. 6-2. Quick little run by Newburyport to get things going here. Tamino with the ball up top. Looking around, finds O'Doy way outside the arc again, into Max. Max against McLaren, drives, good post-up move, can't quit the roll, and there's McLaren with a rebound. And here comes Coral again. Coral, we'll get the name right by the end of the night. Swings it outside there. Good three-point shooting team, so Triton's got to play a lot of perimeter defense. There's McLaren again, kicks it out. There's the first 3 that looks like it's going to go down tonight. 9-2 Newburyport, and that was quick. Number 13 on that, Jacob Robertson. Not one of their actual big three-point threats, but he made that one tonight. Max tries to drive, nothing there. There's Ferrick. Ferrick swings it to O'Doy. Ferrick's not done anything yet on the offense. We'll see if he gets into it yet. Great move by Max. Somehow not a walk, somehow not a foul either. McLaren drives, kicks it out to number 3. That one's going to be off. O'Doy can't quite grab the rebound. Robertson now with the ball, back up to McLaren. McLaren to Corio up at the top. Kicks around to 3, Archie inside, and there's McLaren. He's going to make that a lot of times. You give him that chance to go in the lane like that. And there's a quick timeout by Coach Teddy as it's 11-2 with about 3.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. So the last time they played, There were 3 technical fouls. We'll get to that in a little while. But last time they played, Triton lost 78-60 during the Christmas tournament at Newburyport. Great crowd, incredible raucous atmosphere there. We don't quite have that here, but we have a bigger gym, so I guess that's part of it. Triton only 5-8 coming into this game. Newburyport, though, 11-1. They lead the Cape Ann League. I can't recall who their only loss is to, but I don't think it's actually anybody in the Cape Ann League. I think they beat Pentucket recently, and that was a matchup of the unbeatens at that point. And so McLaren already has 6 of their 11 points coming into this timeout. So he's going to be a factor all night. So looking at the stats on McLaren, he's the high scorer of the local boys teams. He's got 242 points. He averages over 18 points in a game. Newburyport's got 4 other players on this list, so they're definitely going to be a high-scoring team. We're going to see a lot from them. But Max McKenzie is also on this list. He's got 194 points. He averages over 16 points a game. So it's really a matchup between those 2 guys. Can Triton get Max hot enough and get the ball to him quick enough, and then can Triton shut down McLaren? And I talked to Max and Jack Tomino before the game to see if they had any certain defensive scheme to try and stop the McLaren brothers, and the answer was they just need to play swarm defense all the time, all 5 guys playing help defense. So hopefully we'll see some of that tonight. They've been doing okay so far, but they're down 11-2. Tomino tries to go inside, kind of close to a double dribble, but gets away with it. Good kick out to McKenzie. McKenzie's got to go to the lane. He decides not to. And Triton now, Tomino with the ball up top. He's got to drive, and there's a foul. Foul on number 3, Archie. And in the game now for Triton, we have number 24, Michael Farrago. Big, tall junior. Get him on the court, get him in the lane. Hopefully we can get some rebounds here. And so Triton with the ball, inbounding it. That's Belezza. Feeds it into McKenzie. Max looks around. He's got to drive, makes a little move, bounces off. There's the rebound for that new kid, and he gets another rebound. That's why he's in the game. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's why you put the big, tall kid in the game. Grabs a board, goes back up with it, and gets fouled. Love to see that. He should be he's not at the line, or they're calling that on the floor. Okay, on the floor. So Triton now with the ball for the inbound. Under 4 minutes to go. They've got 1 basket. I believe it was Max McKenzie. And they find Max with the ball again. Odoy's still on the court with a few new guys as well. And there's the swing to Belezza. He's a 3-point shooter, but they don't have him shooting yet. Odoy right at the corner. Good shot, looked good, and then almost another rebound. And that's going to be out of bounds on Newburyport. It's going to be Triton ball. There we go, Triton ball. Excellent. This kid number 24 coming into the game and making a difference right away. Gets a rebound, forces a turnover against Newburyport. So here we go. Tomino with the ball. Comes across and finds Odoy. They're still playing a lot outside. Not quite working that ball inside, but it's a big Newburyport defense. You can see why they don't want to go to the lane too much. They got to make something happen in there. Max with the ball now. Parker McLaren on him. And there's Tomino with a good shot, and that rim kills us. It feels like every time they play a really close game here at home, that rim on that end of the court, the first half, just it bounces in and out all the time. There's McLaren's going to look for 3. He doesn't take it. They swing the ball really well. Coral again. They go to Archie. Archie to McLaren in the corner. He's going to take that 3, and that's going to miss by a lot. And we need a little air ball chant from the Triton fans. Not quite loud enough. There's Max. Finds Odoy. Odoy can shoot the 3s, and he does. And he at least gets the rim, but he unfortunately doesn't get it to go. And there's kid number 24 again. Forces a jump ball. I like this kid. He's been a presence on offense coming into this game. And so Tomino comes out, Odoy comes out. Number 3 and now Jesse Wilkinson for Triton. An overball back in the game. They're sort of going small and fast now. Max took a look at it, decided not to take it. Finds Farrago, swings it out to overball up top. Overball looks to Belezza. That's his shot. Decides to pass it up. There it is, right at the. Oh man, he just barely missed that. Right on the edge of the paint, but he can't quite get it to fall. Long pass by Newburyport. He's going to drive. Max fouled him, but gets away with it. And then Harry Bovey can't quite hold on to the ball for Newburyport. Out of bounds, Newburyport Triton ball. So Harry Bovey in the game now. And so there comes Triton again with the ball. Max loses it to Harry Bovey. Bovey kicks it out. There's Parker McLaren with the ball, and that's a steal by Overball. It was Overball that got the first 2 points in this game, and he's back in again. And there's the second basket for the night for Overball. He's got both their buckets. They're both in the paint. Triton needs to be shooting a little bit more outside, but we'll take TJ Overball going to the paint all the time. Harry Bovey takes a step, decides to give it up. Questionable call on that. Parker McLaren inside the paint goes up with a little 8-foot shot, gets it to roll. Somehow a foul. And now we're looking at another timeout. Another timeout for Triton here. 14 to 13, or 14 to 13. I wish it was 13 to 4. And so who are we going to see here coming in for Triton now? So they're going to keep Farago in this game. They're going to keep I know they're taking Max out, but Kyle O'Doy's coming in. TJ Overball. And we're trying to get the stats guy. Who was the foul on? The foul was on, I don't know. We don't have replay to go back and check it out. So we'll have to go with we don't know is going to be the answer on that. So still waiting for my colleague Ava to get here joining this game. Until then, we're going to hopefully see a Triton offense start to light it up. There's only 2 fouls on them so far, so it's not like they're playing sort of hyper-aggressive defense or getting in trouble. It's more that they're just not getting the ball inside well enough, and they're not getting the shots off. When they do shoot from the outside, it does seem to sort of rim in and out, which is always rough, but we'll hopefully see something better from them as this quarter ends and we go into the second quarter. Triton has been a second-half team this whole year, so we got to see a little bit more of that going forward. And actually, Triton hasn't really shot the ball that much either. I don't know how many shots they've put up, but it hasn't been enough to stay in this game, not at 13 to 4. So Parker McLaren at the line now. Harry Bovey on the floor with him as well. His brother Casey McLaren out there still. And number 3 for Newburyport, Ryan Archie. I'm trying to make the old school 3-point play, and he does. And that's going to give a 10-point lead to Newburyport as we head into about a minute and a half left in this first quarter, and there's a turnover. McLaren with the ball, O'Doy on him. Last time they played, O'Doy played defense just man-to-man on McLaren almost the entire time. Triton tonight going with a zone instead, and again, Parker McLaren in the lane, again taking the shot, this time getting fouled without dropping in. This kid's having a big night already, and he's a presence in the lane. The kid he's at least as tall as his brother and certainly has the size on him. And has been a good player. He's been a starter for Newburyport for a couple of years now. He's only a junior. It's the first end of his 2. And Triton now looking at an 11-point deficit with a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. Student section not on their feet, not a lot to cheer about right now. Triton needs to do something with the ball. Wilkinson bringing it down. Newburyport starting to trap. Bledsoe's got the ball. And it's another turnover off of O'Doy's fingers. Harry Bovey with the ball, drives the lane, little push off, doesn't get to fall, but there's the follow through by McLaren in the lane, the little putback. Offensive rebound and a little bunny for him, and he's going to get another couple of points. It's probably their lead scorer tonight. We'll find that out at the quarter break. A minute left now. There's O'Doy right at the elbow, knocks it in. That's the first outside shot to drop for Triton tonight, and it's O'Doy from the corner. So it looks like McLaren's been lighting this game up already. He probably has 10 of the 18 points for Newburyport, and I bet his brother has the other 6 of the other 8. So the Triton's defense has got to shift it around here. They were playing a really good man-to-man when they were in Newburyport, and it was certainly getting under the skin, I would say, of Newburyport in that game. In this game, it's been so Casey McLaren has 8 and Parker has 7. So all right, they got 15 out of the 18 points for Newburyport tonight. But the last time they played them, the Triton defense ran a man-to-man, and really it was more like a box-and-one where you had one guy just absolutely glued to Casey McLaren the whole night, and it definitely got under his skin. But tonight we're not seeing the same. We're seeing more of a zone defense here. So, and hopefully now we can get the ball, get something to happen. Newburyport's going to have it coming in. The Triton shot, the last Triton possession was basically a pass and shoot. And we're probably going to have to see a lot more of that if they're going to get back into this game. So Triton with a full court pressure now. It looks like they're still not into man-to-man yet. They try and get the trap. Coral drives right through it. Good little dish off to Harry Bovey, who can't hold on to it, but he saves it from going out of bounds. Parker McLaren turns it over. Here comes Overball again. Has he got another one in him? Not this time. Good defense by Newburyport. Stops TJ from getting a third one, and that's, unfortunately, Bledsoe was moving at the time. Harry Bovey, I think, with the foul on that one, probably over the back. Something's on the floor there. Not sure what that is. Okay, somebody's watch maybe? The ref's watch, I think, fell off. And so a foul on Harry Bovey, number 1 for Newburyport. And Bledsoe going to inbound the ball. Looks like Newburyport's going with that half or the full court zone pressure as well. They're probably going to try and trap whoever gets that ball right near midcourt. See what they try and do here. And here's Triton going to try and come out of this trap, probably give it to Overball and let him do something with it. Sometimes you got to have a kid that just wants the ball in his hands when the other team is pressing. Knows that he can make something happen off the dribble or make something happen with the right pass. Overball is that kind of player. You definitely want to put it in his hands. He's got it now. They're going to come in. They're going to go right to the middle. Beautiful press break by Triton. Almost. They end up not getting the press break. Bledsoe saves it, but he steps out of bounds. Steps out of bounds. Good pressure by Newburyport forcing that. It looked like Triton had the ball over the half-court line, but just didn't move it quick enough. So up to Coral. 20 seconds left in this first quarter. 18 to 6. Newburyport lead. Looking inside, looking outside, swinging that ball around. Casey McLaren posting up in the corner. He's going to take that corner 3. He's going to be off, so his outside shot isn't on tonight, which is about the only thing that's going well for Triton. Good little look. Number 24 with a good little shot. I like this kid. I like this kid. Keep him playing. Keep him playing. The kid's been a presence so far. He's forced a turnover, grabbed a couple rebounds, taken a couple shots. I think he's 1 for 2. He got fouled on one of them, so he's playing well. So at the end of the first quarter, Triton only down by 10. I hate to say only down by 10 like that's a good thing, but that's where we're at right now tonight. This was a good close game for the first 3 quarters when they played before, and then it turned into a blowout later. And like I said, final score last time was 78 to 60. So if they can keep it within within 10 points as we're going into the half, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape. Triton's got to come out a little bit more aggressive on defense, and they got to control the ball. Too many early turnovers that definitely hurt Triton in this game a couple of times. And still looking for my colleague to come up here. I'm not sure where she is. I thought I actually saw her in the stands. I'm hoping we can get her to get up here before this first half ends, and certainly in time for the second half of this game. Otherwise, I'm going to be really tired of hearing myself talk, and so is Mr. Gundrum. So for Triton in that first quarter, we had 4 points by TJ Overball. That was both of those drives down the lane. Kyle O'Doy with the outside jumper right at the elbow, and then Faraga with a 2-pointer right as the game was about to, or the quarter was about to end. Good little bucket, and he's still in the game. Bledsoe's still in the game. Overball, McKenzie, and O'Doy. Triton back into this zone defense. Casey McLaren kicks it over. I'm not sure who 21 is, but he's new on the Newburyport floor. McLaren has the ball outside. O'Doy on him. He's going to try and drive. Not got anything. They've switched it now. They're back to the defense they used last time, which was Kyle O'Doy absolutely smothering Casey McLaren, and the other 4 players is playing a zone. Harry Bovey drives into traffic, gets away with one. Up top for McLaren. Very deep shot. Doesn't go, but somehow Newburyport ends up with a rebound. Good board by O'Doy in traffic. He's got to dribble out of that. Manages to. Gets it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe across the stripe, and there's Max McKenzie going to work in the lane. Doesn't get the roll. Parker McLaren tips it to his teammate for the rebound, and here they come the other way. McLaren kicks it back out to the other McLaren, who drives and travels like a, but passes it. So, all right, I'll actually take the pass rather than the travel. It's a turnover either way. And so now to TJ Overball. Again, I like this kid when he's got the ball in his hands. He's usually very confident with it, very calm. Sends the rest of the team up the court, takes on the pressure himself, brings it all the way down. He's looking for something. Coach Teddy screaming out some kind of play. And Triton moving the ball around. Now Bledsoe's going to drive. Good little look to 24 again. Farago in and out. I tell you, that rim kills us. That rim down that end of the court. I don't know what it is. Ball never falls on that end. So Triton's still down 18-8. It's been a minute and a half, and nobody's managed to get a basket in this second quarter. Newburyport looking a little, oh, that's a really good look inside. Something went really wrong there. I'd love to go back and see that play again. Somebody's defense fell down. I don't know if they got screamed or what. Timeout now. Ref. Something about his elbow. Oh, looking to see if he's got blood on his elbow. He's got a scratch, but he's going to have to come out. So McKenzie's going to have a seat. And they're going to bring in, not sure who they're going to bring in here. Bringing in Mason Farrick back into the game. Tamino back into the game. So they're going with the hands team now, with Farago as their big man. Although he's been shooting pretty well, so give him the ball again. And here comes O'Doy. Inbounds it to Tamino. Good pressure by Newburyport. Tamino's going to bring that ball up. Before the game, he was saying he's just got to play like a football player, and that's exactly what he does right here. Good little drive down the lane. Great little shot. The floater doesn't go. He ends up getting the foul on the other end. That happens so many times. The kid goes up for what looks like a good shot. Contested, doesn't drop, and then ends up getting mad and taking the foul on the other end. So it's going to be Newburyport ball now. Only 4 fouls on Triton's defense, though, with 6 minutes left. So they're still in good shape there. Inbound to Archie. Archie swings it over. Almost a turnover. Great pressure by Triton right now. But they're going to get it. Newburyport's going to get it across half court. And it's going to be a dunk. And that's borderline technical when you swing around like that. You know that he went up there and wanted to hang on. He wasn't hanging on just to see if anyone was down there. But it's a good basket for McLaren. And that's a foul on the other end on McLaren. Not called, but it's a 3 that drops for, oh, that had to be a charge. That had to be a charge. Nope, they're calling the body. It's going to get rough and it's going to get ugly because these guys are going to get physical really fast down here. Casey McLaren asking for the push. And it was a push, but it was a charge before that. So he's going to go back to the line. Newburyport coached by Dave Clay. Dave Clay used to be the Triton coach only a few years ago, actually. And his assistant is Ted Schroender, who's on the, or his assistant was Teddy Schroender, who's the Triton head coach now. Coach Clay here was about 6 years or so. Had some good runs, got to the tournament a couple times, had some really good players, and is doing well at Newburyport. Like I said, 11-1, top of the Cape Ann League. Enjoying having the McLaren brothers, I'm sure. And there's a foul on the shot, it looks like. TJ Overbaugh, unafraid to go to the elbow and put one up. Not sure what's going to happen here now, though. Big chat with the Triton boys that are in, except for Overbaugh, who's on the line, taking the first of 2. Puts it right through the bucket, and it's 23-12 now. So Newburyport putting some new players on the court as well, giving everybody except for the McLaren brothers a rest as this game gets going. So Overbaugh at the line, and he drops in the second one. 10-point gap again. Newburyport, a great steal and a great pass, and O'Doy rather, nice little floater in the lane. Triton all of a sudden looking a lot more aggressive. Number 3 for Triton, Jesse Wilkinson, comes in the game, forces a steal, makes something happen. Ball bounces off of McLaren's legs, out of bounds, and here we go. Here we go. Triton all of a sudden just got a spark. Overbaugh going to the lane like he did before, taking that little runner, missing it, but getting to the line helped him out. Here we go. Max McKenzie now, Wilkinson on the floor with him, and O'Doy, and Farrick. Overbaugh up top, looking for some help from O'Doy, gets it. He's going to do something else with the ball, though. And there he goes. Nice little out pass. Nice little 3, and that'll roll in and out. Rebound by McLaren. He's going to bring the ball up the court himself. Looking around. Swings it outside. This is a good disciplined Newburyport team moving this ball around. When they get it inside, it's usually dangerous because it's McLaren, which is right where they went. Triton gets lucky. It bounces off the front rim, and here comes Triton down the other way. Overbaugh. Looking for Wilkinson. O'Doy up top. He's going to drive, kick it out again. He decides not to take it this time. Takes a step or 2 in. Nice little roll. That time the rim gave us something. That time the rim finally gave us something. Good little bounce. 17-23. Triton's gone on a solid run here. And I'm going to guess if they stop Newburyport again, you're going to see a timeout from Coach Clay. He's going to be upset with his boys for giving up so much. And there's another drive in the lane. Fouled again. Good defense, though. Good defense. You got to put them on the line. You got to make them earn every single one of those buckets. And so we're about 4 minutes left now in the second quarter. Triton playing the ball they need to play, only down 6. They definitely put the clamps on Newburyport's offense here. And the chants are starting now from the Triton student section yelling overrated. Again, the kid is, as he misses the first, the kid is the most prolific scorer in the Cape Ann League at the moment, heading off to D2 or D3, I don't remember. I think it's only D2 basketball, or I think it is D2, not only D2, but playing D2 basketball next year. I don't remember where. And he drops in the second, and there's the timeout for Newburyport. Yep, timeout Newburyport, I think. No, it's just a substitution. All right, here we go. Max McKenzie to Overball. And here we go. To O'Doy. O'Doy going to drive the lane. Oh, almost travels. Got lucky there. Into Max. Max is going to go to work. No, he kicks it out. Nice kick out. Nice 3. Doesn't quite go, but a rebound. Got some time. The shot clock didn't reset because it only hit backboard, not rim. Inside to Max. Max has got to go to work again against Bovey. Good little move. Good little spin move again. Can't get it to go. And there's the rebound by Coral. He's going to bring the ball up the court as fast as he can. Squeezes through a double team. Finds a shooter in the corner. There's Harry Bovey, who takes forever to turn. Doesn't see it. Doesn't matter because he feeds it to McLaren. Parker McLaren this time, who in the lane again has been just absolutely killing Triton tonight. O'Doy's going to get called for a travel pretty soon. He keeps hesitating, and that 1 foot kind of stalls. And that's a block on Wilkinson, it looks like. The other way for Triton. I'm sorry, for Newburyport. Overball can't get the stop. And just like that, it went from a 6-point game to an 11-point game. Kicks it out, number 24 again. I like this kid. He misses that one. Good work by Wilkinson. Almost gets the rebound. Knocked out of bounds, though. And we're going to get Bledsoe back in the game. And number 2, Mason Farrick, giving Max McKenzie and Wilkinson a rest. I'm looking to see what's going to happen here. Triton ball is going to, oh, O'Doy's going to take it, and that's a 3. It's not going to fall, though. Good fight inside by Farago, but it doesn't get it. And here comes Newburyport with a comfortable 11-point lead. 2 minutes and a half heading in. Oh, this time, Harry Bovey's going to take that shot, and this time he's going to make it. He's a big kid. He's good in the lane. They got to get him the ball more, although I shouldn't be telling him what to do if they're 11-1. I think they probably know what to do. TJ Overball with the ball. Going to drive the lane again. Beautiful little move. Didn't have enough on it, though, and unfortunately it's going to drop and not go in. And there's Harry Bovey the other end, and he's not going to be able to get that one, and they are really letting him play inside. It's a lot of contact. I'm not going to say it's rough. I'm just going to say it's a lot of contact. So O'Doy trying to make something happen. Goes to Overball. Nice little 3, but it's going to be an air ball, but it's going to go off of Newburyport. Nice. It's one of those things, it's hard to get a rebound when it doesn't do what you expect it to, and completely missing like that is definitely not what they expected was going to happen on that shot. So McLaren back into the game at the 2-minute mark. Newburyport up by 13. The other McLaren taking a break. Triton inbounding the ball. Bledsoe looking for somebody. Ends up going to O'Doy. O'Doy to Farago. Farago to McKenzie. McKenzie right where he wants it, right at the free throw line. Gives it up to O'Doy instead, who hits a 3. There we go. Keep this game within 10. Just keep it within 10, boys, and we'll get something for the second half. Get in their heads and start playing well. Let's go. So with Casey McLaren back in the game, they stay in that zone. Let's see if they keep it that way or if he lights him up. And there's number 3. He's going to miss that one. Long rebound out to Newburyport. He's going to swing up all around again. McLaren in the paint. They don't go to him. They go to 13 to Coral. They got a lot of time on that clock. And there's Harry Bovey again working. Not going to get it this time, though. And there's a good defensive stop for Triton at the 10 margin point of the game. A good look inside. Not sure. Oh, and that's going to be on Casey McLaren. That's a foul. Max, good play inside. Way to just sort of hesitate on that just long enough. Get the body on top of him. Casey McLaren's probably going to have to come out. I don't know how many fouls he has, but he's got to probably come out of this game. They got to save a little bit of him for the second half. So Max at the line to shoot 2. He's going to miss the first one. That rim just hates us. And Bledsoe staying in the game. Wilkinson coming back in. O'Doy on the floor with him. Farago. And they had a great defensive stop. They need to make at least 1 out of this and then get another defensive stop. So McKenzie misses his second. Rebound McLaren. McLaren looks to make that long pass, decides better about it. Goes to his brother. Looks to drive the lane, decides not to. And a couple of sloppy passes by Newburyport, and they're not able to get off the clean shot they want. Kicking it around, thinking that Coach Clay told them to take their time with the ball because they're running the shot clock down a little further than they had been earlier in this game. There's the move inside. Good defense, but that kid is just too strong. He's got too much of a touch on the inside. If he's in that lane, he's going to make that shot every time. Hand off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, hand off to Max. Max is going to drive, and he's going to get blocked. Blocked or just didn't get the ball off enough. It's hard to tell on that one. Couldn't tell if McLaren got any piece of it or not. He's going to spin around. Odoy's on him, and he's going to try and get another dunk, and that time he's going to get fouled again. So that's what you got to do. You can't let Newburyport get a lot of easy points in the paint. Fortunately tonight, I think they have. Not easy. They've gotten some good buckets that have just dropped, but got to make something happen. So McLaren now at the line. 20 seconds left, and I think at halftime I'm going to have to go find my colleagues so we can get somebody else's voice in everybody's head. I feel bad for the camera crew and my director Ben here tonight because he's probably going crazy listening to one voice the whole time, and certainly Mr. Gundram. He's definitely hearing too much of my voice. That's the way it goes. That drops in for another Newburyport basket there. Now got a 13-point lead heading into this half unless Triton can do something here. Good look. Got to take that. Somebody's got to take a shot here with 10 seconds left. An overball is going to try and drive. It's nothing there. Somehow a little bump, and he's going to drive the lane, and he's going to get fouled. Body shooting two. So with 6.6 left, TJ Overwell is going to go to the line. He was one of the high scorers for Triton early in this game, which is kind of unexpected. But we'll see what happens here. Overball at the line. And he makes the first, and it's going to be at least they're going to cut it down to 11, hopefully. Maybe get a steal here on the inbound with 6 seconds left. Triton setting up for their defense, trying to decide what they're going to do, pressure or just try and get a steal. And Thomas Marshall in the game now for Overball. This is a defensive set they got on the field. Wilkinson, Odoy, Max, and Farrago. Newburyport letting the ball roll in. It finally comes in. He's going to drive. You know he's going to drive. And he does, and he gets one off. That hurts. He got it all the way down. Thomas can't get the ball off in time. And so they're going to end the half with Newburyport being able to drive the lane and put in a floater. And they can't stop him as he's just driving the lane. Enormously frustrating first half. And I'm waving to my my colleague over there, hoping that she'll see me and come up and join me for the second half because I can see her sitting in the stands. I'm not sure why she's not up here, but that's all right. We're at 22-35. Triton actually kind of scoring right about their normal pace, only about 20, 25 points in a half. But they're going to have to pick it up, and they're definitely going to have to pick up some defense as we go into this second half. We got to see something a little bit different from them on the offensive end as well, because they're not going to be able to get back in this game unless they start doing something pretty crazy on offense. So I think what we'll do maybe is we'll maybe take a few minutes break, and we'll be back as the second half gets going.
So I'm here. I'll take you wherever you need to go. the second half because because the team was like, you know.
Come on, Ava, get up there.
Well.
Did you get in touch with your wife? Okay, so. Okay, she's driving you home. Is that it? Somebody's got to get you home. All right, perfect. Just checking in to make sure. Oh yeah, I had her over here. I think it's probably on there. I think the back will go away by Sunday, but it's whether it's a slight concussion or not. That's the biggest thing. She just didn't seem herself, so that's why we like just get her out of here. Don't even waste. So.
And we're back with 2.5 minutes left in halftime, and I'm finally joined by my friend Ava Ford up here with us to call the second half of this game and then the entire girls' game that's coming on after this. So Ava, let's tell us a little bit about how your game went. I know it was a rough, foul-filled affair, but how did you think you played? All right?
Me personally,
Yeah.
or as the team? I wish I could have done better.
Okay.
And I definitely want to go to practice just right now and improve from this game because it was such a bad loss.
Tough. It was tough. It looked like you were a better team, and you just turned the ball over a lot more times than you really wanted to. So, so our stats guy Eric Gundram has gone down and gotten us the update on making sure his book and the team book fits. He's going to give us the high scores for each of the teams in the first half of this game. Did you see much of the first half?
Not much of the first quarter, but the second quarter I saw, and I saw that kid dunk, and I was amazed because I've never seen never seen that in a high school game.
So at one point, Triton closed it to 6 points,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in the second quarter, and they looked really good. And now we're at a 13-point difference again here. And I don't know what it is that sparked Triton there for a little bit, but they went on quite a good run.
Mm-hmm.
A defensive stand followed by a couple of good shots. So they need to come out fast. They need to come out quick in this game. Were you at the last Triton Newburyport game?
No,
Boys
I
game?
wasn't. I
Okay.
heard that our crowd got flipped off, though.
It was crazy. So
So-
yeah. So in the second half, when it was a bit of a blowout, Casey McLaren went to the line, a free throw line, and the Triton student section started chanting at him, and he motioned to be quiet, and then he took his first free throw, and then he made it, and then the chants kept going, so he motioned to be quiet again, and the chant kept going. He made his second one, and then as he turned and he's running down the court, he turned right to the Triton crowd and gave him the finger right in front of the ref, who immediately called the tech.
Yeah.
It was just silly. It was just absolutely silly. So
Did he think that wasn't going to happen?
yeah,
Or?
who knows? They were up by a lot. It was the end of the game.
Yeah.
What's nice is Coach Clay put him on the bench. He didn't start the next game. He had to sit out an entire quarter. Him and the other kid, number 0 on Newburyport, that also got a technical foul in that game, and that was for taunting. He had made a bucket and got fouled, and he basically just stood in the face of the Triton kid. So, all right, here we go. Tamina with the ball now. 13-point deficit for Triton as they start off the second half. And the ball swings around to O'Dory, looks inside to Max. Max is there, and it gets blocked. I keep wanting to say McParlin. It's Parker McLaren. And on the other end, it's Casey McLaren who goes right down and hits it right into the basket. So right away, right away, 2 possessions, 1 for each team, and we get a block by McLaren and a ball on the other end, a basket on the other end by McLaren. Overball tries to drive, doesn't have it. There's Mason Farrick looking around, finds Tamino. Tamino's going to drive, kick it back out to Overball. He's got to be willing to take that shot. Instead, he drives, and for the second time, he just doesn't have enough on it. Then he gets the floater to drop in. Fantastic. You practice that shot a lot, that little floater?
Not really,
Not too
because
often.
it doesn't really
Right.
work out for me in the game. But
And there's a deep 3, and it's going to go off, and a good rebound by Tamino. Almost dribbles it off his legs. He's looking down the court, not quite fast enough, and there's a good little move, good little hop step. Nothing there. He's got to go way out with it again to Overball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They lost 10 seconds just moving that ball down the court. And McKenzie drives again, and this time he gets it to go. Up against Parker McLaren that time. First time he got blocked, second time he gets the basket. So in the first half, TJ Overball with 8 leading Triton. Kyle O'Doy with 7, and kind of a quiet 7 points. I know he hit 1 3. I didn't see the others. And then Max McKenzie with 5. Max is actually Triton's high scorer, so they got to get him in this game.
this is actually the first boys basketball game I've seen all year.
Well, you usually don't get to see him. This is kind of a special night where they're playing them back-to-back.
Yeah.
I wish they did that a little bit more, honestly.
Me too.
It gets a bigger crowd out.
Yeah.
A good student section here tonight. Foul by Corell. That'd be the first foul of the second half for Newburyport. But did you used to go to the games when you were like a 7th grader or an 8th grader? No?
No, not really, because, you know, when you're a middle schooler, it's kind of
You're not that crazy about basketball?
Gets a little awkward.
I bet it does, yeah. There you go. All right, Overball with the ball. Again, I like it when this kid has it in his hand. He's confident. He knows what he's doing.
He's very well controlled with the ball.
Yeah. He was a starter last year as a junior, so I think that probably helped. Or a sophomore, huh?
As a sophomore.
As a sophomore, right.
That was a nice
Doy
shot.
hits another, so he's up to 10 now on the night. And maybe that's the secret for Triton tonight. Maybe it's get the ball in O'Doy's hand and let him be their scorer. There's McLaren from the side, drains that 3. Easy as it goes for him, unfortunately.
I heard he's a really good player.
He's phenomenal. He's got 13 points. He had 13 coming into the second half. There's a 3-pointer for him, and he had another basket, so he's already up with another 5. He's got 18 out of their 43. O'Doy looking to do something, not there. Back to Farrick. It was Parker McLaren had 13 in the first half as well. And there's a good little basket by McKenzie. So we're staying in this game. Max drops one down. It's a 12-point deficit. So despite the ease with which Newburyport seems to be scoring baskets, Triton's staying right with him right now.
Oh.
That's going to miss. McKenzie with the ball. Good rebound. Looking around for something to happen. Decides to drive. Good little move, and that's going to fall. The rim on the home end is so much better than the rim on that other end. I don't know what it is.
It's crooked down there. It's twisted or something.
Crooked? Yeah.
Like the court, like the way it's shaped, it looks crooked.
Oh, and that's a foul on the shot. It might be a little bit of a gimme because Overball absolutely hockey checked the kid from Newburyport and got away with it. Looked like Dave Clay was going to lose his mind there for a second, but instead it ends up going out to McLaren. Casey McLaren knocks down the 3 and 1. Yeah, he had a couple of dunks the last time they played too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get another one in here tonight. So it's just the kind. I mean, he is that kind of player.
I'd love to see that.
So you haven't played in a game where somebody's dunked?
Oh, you know, I've gone up a couple times for a dunk, but it just
doesn't happen.
It comes right out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. It's tough. That rim is still 10 feet away no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an early foul, another early foul on Newburyport. That was a strange one. I mean, I don't know why they're forcing that. Number 3 on Newburyport, Ryan Archie. Odd to try and force that foul and make this kind of pressure. He's going to do it again, too, because Tamino's quick. Uses the screen, drives the lane. Beautiful move, and it drops. So Triton has come out scoring, but they haven't come out with that same kind of defensive intensity they had at times in the first half because they're still giving up too many points. Good little kick out. Newburyport is very good at driving and dishing. And that time it's to drive and pop a shot. McLaren again. Kid is really good.
Yeah.
Joy to Tamino for the inbound. Nope. And that's going to fire up Coach Clay. He loves that kind of play. I don't know which he likes more, a steal, a block, or a charge. It is fun to watch him because he does get really excited down there on the sideline. Tamino out and Bellezza in. Somebody's got to move and get open for the ball. And they're going to go to Max. Max has got help in Farrago. He's going to go to him. No, he's going to take it himself and go up. And
still made it work.
And that's why Max McKenzie is the leading scorer on this team over the course of the season. He's actually goes to the lane really well. And that's a block. That's a block. This kid Farrago is having a night. And there's another offensive board by McLaren. One thing that's different in this game, we aren't seeing as many sort of chippy fouls as we have in the past. Maybe because Triton's defense is taking a different approach with the zone instead of that smothering man-to-man. Overball decides not to shoot, goes to the lane instead, and that's going to drop.
I wouldn't be surprised if it got a little chippy at one point, though.
I'm stunned by how fast they're coming out and shooting this ball, though. It feels like they have more points in this quarter than they had the whole entire first game.
They're still hanging in there.
They are hanging in. They're down 11. Math is hard. I say that every single time. So 4 baskets by Max just in the third. So Max McKenzie with 8 points. Gets, he only had 5 in the first half. He's got 8 already. We still got 3 minutes left in this quarter. So Max, since we're talking about scores, Max has 164, 194 points on the season, 16.2 a game. So he still needs to up it here. Parker McLaren is also just about the same, almost the exact same numbers for him. And that kid is, a 1 extra game on it. So 4 baskets, only points this game in the third. He didn't score until the third. No kidding. All right. Yeah, I don't want to see it get chippy, but it always has the potential because it's Triton and Newburyport, So there's always the possibility there. I don't see a huge, maybe because I'm not looking around, but I don't see a huge Newburyport fan section here. Are they down there? All right.
Yeah, they're right in the area that you can't really see.
All
but
right. But it's not really like it's not like their own home court fan section, which is crazy. So yeah, it could be like a college basketball atmosphere, and that gym is so small. That's the other part of it. So. Coral by Overbaugh, swings it out. We'll look for McLaren up top. Bellezza on him. And Max with a good rebound. I don't know how many boards he has tonight, but that's a good play by him. He's got 5 already on the night. And he's going to look inside. He's going to go up, and he's getting absolutely killed. And Harry Bovey's going to get teed up. Tee him up. Tee him up. There we go. Harry Bovey. You cannot stand over the kid and look down at him like you just can't do that. Especially not in a game like this where you got a big crowd from either side. You absolutely can't do that.
Oh, I love this.
Harry, you just cannot do that. Sorry. And I feel bad for the kid in the sense that he may have been like, "Are you okay?" But I don't know. The way he was standing over him, a little hard to tell.
Seemed kind of aggressive, but
definitely a technical. Harry's definitely got to come out. It's a fun thing about Harry Bovey. I don't know if he still does, but he used to live in Newbury, and he played Byfield Newbury Little League with a bunch of, I don't know, maybe some of the players. Oh, that hurts. Max missed the first one. I don't know if any of these players here played baseball with him, but he played baseball in Newbury way back in the day.
Is he a senior?
He is a senior, yep. A basketball player and a soccer player and probably a baseball player. I don't know. So Max, unfortunately, misses the first 2. But it was a foul on Overbaugh. Overbaugh coming in.
It's tough that he missed both.
Yeah. You gotta hate that because those are nice free throws to have, and Overbaugh hits the first one. So they're gonna have a 10-point deficit and the ball and a little bit of momentum on their side now. They gotta go quick. Thomas Marshall in the game now, along with Farrago, Overbaugh, Bellezza, and O'Doy. So Max McKenzie out of the game. So we're going to see who's going to score now for Triton. And they're moving around. They're going to kick the ball out. Nope. TJ's going to keep it. It's going to kick it to Thomas. Thomas going to take a look. Decide not to take it. He's going to need some help here. Almost 5 seconds. He got lucky there. He didn't get called for that. Bledsoe looks over there. Thomas Marshall with a good little move. Gets himself in trouble again. Finds O'Doy again. O'Doy turns the ball over. Not sure what happened there. And then he fouls him. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. And that's 14 points for TJ Overbaugh tonight, which has got to be, if it's not a record for him, it's got to be close. Kid's a good player. He's coming out of the game now. Putting in, I think that's Jesse Wilkinson.
It's still so weird to see Coach Clay on the Newburyport team now.
That is a little odd. I'll give you that. He was only gone. This is only his second season there. Just had one season before he wasn't here. Great move by McLaren. It's going to be a charge. Not going to be a charge. Maybe because he was so far under the basket. It's the only reason why I can think that wouldn't be a charge. They don't have, in high school, they don't have that little line. I don't know what that thing's called, but the little perimeter on the inside.
Oh, yeah,
standing inside of it, yeah. I think it's just a judgment call by the refs. So Parker McLaren at the line. And there's a ball done live, and unfortunately, it's another rebound for Casey McLaren, who's having a night. It's going to go out to Wilkinson, who's going to tip it to Farrago, who's going to bring it to O'Doy. O'Doy with the ball now is going to go ahead and take the three, and he's feeling it, and he knocks it down.
Nice shot.
And I'm loving the way Kyle O'Doy is just having no fear tonight. And they're keeping it close. 11-point, no, a 9-point game at this point.
Not too far behind.
Not far at all. Great defense by Wilkinson. They're going to swing it. They're going to keep swinging it. There's a three. It's going to miss. A battle inside. And somebody on Triton's end is going to get called. 3-4 with the push. 2-4 with the push. Farrago with the push on the side.
Yeah,
but
it kind of went over his back on that one.
What do? You got to play physical.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything in that lane.
Yeah.
There was a lot of rebounds in your game. Unfortunately, a lot of offensive rebounds from Newburyport. But yeah. It swings to three. He's going to take a three, but he's going to miss it. And that did look a little bit like over the back there, but Newburyport gets away with it. Down to McKenzie. McKenzie with the drive. And it's not going to fall. Bodies dropping all over the place for Newburyport. Going fast on the other end. And he just up and in. A little alley-oop. Yeah, it looked like he was for a second, didn't it?
A little bit. Got a little excited.
This kid can shoot, and he does, and he just misses. That looked pretty good coming off his fingers there. So here's Casey McLaren again. Brown makes a move on Bledsoe, makes another move, goes ahead, takes it himself. And that's the second time that he's airballed to put up a real brick.
Yeah.
And if I was Coach Clay, I'd be kind of upset that he never passed the ball. He just brought the ball down on his own, created a shot, and took it. And not a great shot. There's another pass. O'Doy is going to go up. He's going to miss that somehow. I have no idea what happened there. I don't know how he missed a shot like that, and maybe it was just awesome defense and he expected a lot more contact. Didn't get it. It's going to be a walk, unfortunately. Max McKenzie trying to argue that he was taking a Euro step. Max has got to be careful. He got a technical foul in the last game.
Oh, he did?
He did, and it was one of those technicals where something happened, and then everybody's up the court, and Max is walking away from the ref and said whatever the magic words were, and the ref teed him up. Which is always frustrating because it's like, you know.
It's so hard to, like, contain yourself, but you have to. You have to learn have to.
You do. So this time, the last second shot doesn't fall for Newburyport. And so now, going into this fourth quarter, this is a game. 11-point game. Which
they could come back.
They can absolutely come back. A couple of threes, and they're absolutely in this game. And we got a decent crowd here tonight. You gotta love that too. Hopefully, they'll all stay for the girls' game, right?
Yeah, so. I hope so. They deserve the crowd.
Now, do you remember when the varsity team played Newburyport? Were you there for that? The girls' varsity. I don't remember. I wasn't there.
I don't think so. I think it was during the tournament.
I think it
was.
was.
Yeah, I don't think I was there that time.
Yeah, I think they lost. I think I wrote it down, but I don't recall whether or not. No, I just wrote down who they have next. Triton boys have Masco next. That must be who you have next. No, you guys have somebody else next.
I think we have
Revere.
Yeah.
Revere. And the Newburyport boys. Newburyport boys. This boys varsity team Newburyport is ranked 35th in the state.
They look it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't know how many times there's been a, you know, like a #1 in the state team that will come out of the Cape Ann League. Probably not that often.
Yeah.
But they do look good right now. They look good, but they're only up by 11.
Exactly.
As we go into this fourth quarter, so this is good stuff. All right, so Bovey is back on the floor, along with basically the starters. Nope, they're resting Casey McLaren. But they got Parker McLaren out there. And he's swinging around. Good, intense defense by Triton. And it's going to force a turnover. Nice. Max with a steal as that ball is trying to come down the lane. Here comes Overball, looking to make something happen. Going to hand off to Tamino.
Crowd standing up. There we go.
Drop. Max McKenzie puts one in. It's a 9-point game. He drives the lane. I'm losing my mind here. Drives the lane.
Happen.
Kicks it out. Long three, and it's going to fall. That's going to be tough. If they're going to hit threes, Triton's got to answer on the other end. Cannot slow down. Oh, and Tamino's got to keep his head up, not let that happen. Good foul right there. Good rough play all the way around. Tamino, it's tied up. It's a jump ball. Nice. Good play by Tamino. Good football plays. Good football play, just diving after that ball. I talked to him before the game. He was saying that's how they have to go out and play, is that kind of aggressive defense all over the court. And Triton ends up with the ball. That's good. It's good.
They keep playing this intense. You never know what could happen.
Because you get into a team's head. I mean, if they can get it close enough, then Newburyport's going to start worrying that they're going to lose to Triton. As soon as you start worrying you're going to lose, you lose. Good shot, doesn't roll. They got to drop back on some defense here. A lot of time left in this game too. 6.5 minutes. And you know Newburyport's going to. I was just going to say keep that ball on the outside, and there's McLaren inside. Ooh. Good play all the way around by Newburyport. I'll give him that. McLaren drives again. Nope, loses the ball. And there's O'Doy. O'Doy's got somebody behind him that was going to try and go up. Oh, and nope. No basket, no foul. Just a lot of good basketball. And that has to be a charge. And that somehow isn't a charge.
Wow.
He was outside the lane, so it's not a question of that little circle we were talking about before. He was as far outside the lane as it gets, and he stood there and he waited for it.
Yeah, just bodied him there. Like, I don't know why that wasn't offensive.
That's frustrating. And you know what they say?
That's what happens, yeah.
Ball don't lie. That's what they say. So I love hearing when parents in the stands even yell that out loud. It's like, wow, I've been watching a lot of basketball as a parent if you put that out there. So. And Harry Bovey makes the second. So. And here we go. 13-point game again. 6 minutes left basically in this. Oh no, a little bit of a miscommunication, but they managed to get away with it, and then O'Doy with not a great pass.
Should have been a bounce pass.
Good defense, good take, good dunk call. Overball in the game again. He's going to drive. He's going to pull it back up. Looks for Max. Somebody's got to start scoring again for Triton. Good little pass inside. It doesn't quite work though. Next time he probably should just take that all the way up.
There we go.
Good play. Good no call either. It's a little bit of a shove by Bovey, but he got away with it. And again, Max is getting frustrated. That kick, he definitely grabbed his arm. Yeah, he got some ball, but that's a little hard to understand there.
Yeah.
Max has got to come out and get a little bit of a rest. Somehow, in this game, I'm surprised that Newburyport has only 4 fouls. Yeah,
really?
In this half. That's kind of shocking. So, Mr. Gundrum, where are we at on McLaren points? Combined, both brothers here tonight. Something tells me it's 30 plus out of the 61 that Newburyport has. And that's a good little look inside, but it's not going to go. They're going to dive all over the floor. It's going to be a jump ball again.
Should be Triton ball.
Should be Triton ball, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's Triton.
Yeah, we can't quite see the possession arrow from down here, from up here, I'm sorry. So. Into overball, and here we go. 5.5 minutes. I can't do the math, but I think it's 15 points. Seems about right.
I'd agree.
Overball. It's got to find someone that wants the ball and wants to shoot, which right now is just not happening. There's a good look inside. Not a great pass by O'Doy. So 15 points for Parker McLaren, 28 points for Casey McLaren. So I was right, it was over 30. It's a silly amount. It's a lot of offense from those two. And there's another basket for number 13 on Newburyport that time. And as they start to pull away, you know, they're almost up by 20 now. They're up by 18. It'd be interesting to see if Coach Clay changes things up and goes with a different offensive look, get some other kids in the game. But it's going to be a timeout for Triton.
Well, they were hanging in there for a little while, and then
they were.
Kind of fell apart.
They were. No, they looked good. They had a good little run there. They closed that gap. Part of it was, I think, that Triton was making shots, but they were giving up shots on the other end. So, and 2 baskets for Triton in the last 4 minutes. Since in the 4-minute mark, we're at 4:45 left. They've had 2 baskets, and that's So again, it felt good, it looked good, and yet somehow they're down by
And it just kind of drifted away.
Intensity was there, and they're still down by 16. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to come back at this point. So number 24's got 8 rebounds. So this is this kid. I haven't seen him play before tonight that I can recall.
I think that's Michael Farrago.
Michael Farrago, a junior, and the kid's been a presence. He's been a presence on the board. He's got some baskets.
He had a nice little
8
shot
rebounds.
in the second quarter that I saw.
Playing really well. And Max has six rebounds. So if they could play a little bit more aggressive on the boards, see a couple double-doubles out of tonight, that'd be a good thing. And so here's the high-pressure full-court defense by Triton, and unfortunately, Newbury was able to get the ball down the court and set up with still 20 left on the shot clock. Not there inside. Student section still standing up. You gotta like to see that, even though they're about to be down by a lot. 19.
Just a lot.
Good screen by O'Doy. A good shot by Farrick. It doesn't fall. And now McLaren again with the ball. Obviously, Coach Clay can do anything he wants. He's 11-1. He's having a great season. I would get Casey McLaren out of this game. I mean, it's
over.
It's out of control now. Good behind-the-back move by Max. Max is going to drive and one. Going to count that. Good little drive by Max. Could have been a charge on that as well.
I was like,
Yeah, but it was a good drive. And I guess if they're not going to call charges on the other end, you can't all of a sudden make this a game where, So.
You said this team's 11-1?
They are 11-1.
Wow.
They're 11-1, and I think their only loss is out of conference, like to a higher division team.
Wow.
So.
Well, they look. I mean, they're a tough team.
Yeah.
They look like it, so I definitely believe that. But
they're good. They've been good for a couple years now. I mean, they've had some good players. They're a little more balanced usually than we're seeing tonight, I think. Who's number 13? Jacob Robertson. I mean, he is their three-point shooter. He's got 24 three-pointers on the season. And Ryan Archie, who I don't think is in the game now, has 24 three-pointers in the season. So
wow,
those are good shooters. And then you got the McLaren boys that are obviously huge. And so here comes Casey McLaren behind the back. It's almost a steal by Max, but not quite. Swings it out to Parker McLaren. Nothing inside. It's got to kick it around again. So 10 seconds now left on the shot clock for Newburyport. And Casey McLaren's going to go to work on Bledsoe. And he's going to get a shot off, and it's going to not quite make it. And Max is driving. He's got does not have numbers, and it's basically going to go up and go to the line. So 3 minutes left in this game. Not as close as we'd like it to be. 17-point difference here. But at least Triton is getting to the line. At least Triton is going to the basket. making something happen. We need to see them keep going to the basket for the rest of this game. And the first one's in and out. So, all right, I'm going to ask you a question now since we're into the part of the game where it's hard to watch when it's this much of a blow.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like when we were at Newburyport for this game, kid goes to the line, and the crowd makes all kinds of noise and screams and yells and tries to throw him off and stuff and yells and stuff. But in a girls' game, you never, ever, ever see that. Why is that? On either side. Why doesn't the crowd make noise when the other team is at the line?
I don't know. Well, one, I don't think we really have that much of a crowd most of the time.
All right.
But, two, I don't really think you hear a lot from at least the bench from the girls' side because, I don't know. I think we're more, not mature, but you know.
Okay.
You know how
all right.
teenagers
I understand that. All right, all right.
But I'm not saying that they're.
Wow.
Oh, what?
Jeez.
I'm
almost
not
like
quite
a
sure
pool
what that
shot
was.
there.
But
I think he was, nice pass by Odoy, and there's a
There you
basket. So Max McKenzie with 2 quick buckets in there. I'm not saying they're back in this game, but they're looking much better. And that kid Robertson that we're talking about, number 13, who just shot now and hit another 3. He's got 3 fouls. I would say go after him, but I don't think it's going to make a difference at this point. But again, that kid's their #1 3-point shooter, and he just proved it right there. Letts has been a great 3-point shooter for Triton, but he doesn't have it tonight.
yeah.
Max, good move, high off the backboard, but it doesn't quite drop. Actually, Triton's best 3-point shooter has been Overbaugh with 18 on the season. Harry Bovey with a good rebound. And there's Parker McLaren in the corner. Long skip pass, doesn't go. Bledsoe can't quite get a hold of it, and that kid has got another 2 points. So that kid has hit 3 3-pointers already tonight, and he just dropped another one. And Kylo Odoy has had 3 3-pointers. Again, it's been a strange, quiet night for Odoy. He's played well, and it hasn't always looked like it. And Wilkinson inside, nice little move. That's a great move. That takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice, not to just try and go up with that thing right away. So a minute and a half left, 57-74. Newburyport's going to come out of here with another win. That kid just wants to shoot.
God.
Just wants to shoot. Holy smokes! How many points does that kid number 13 have? And what's
He's got 4 threes now.
we got this timeout for? We got this, not a timeout? What's going on? A little bit of confusion here. Not sure what that was all about. I thought it was a timeout. It looked like a timeout. Everything about it looked like a timeout. And all of a sudden we're back on the floor. All right. Just nobody wants a timeout.
Yeah. Might as well just keep the game going at this
Newburyport,
point.
to their credit, still playing tough defense. Thomas Marshall with the ball now. Drive, get a little pick. Going to look inside, and he doesn't quite find Farrago when he had him. And there's Farrago with the ball up top. He's going to swing it out to Wilkinson's not there. Here comes Parker McLaren, and what's it called now? Now they get a timeout. So 20 points for number 13 out of Newburyport. What's that kid's name? Number 13, I'm looking at the wrong list. Jacob Robertson. 20 points. That's a good night.
Yeah.
That's a good night. 20 out of their
Pretty
77, especially when you think that the McLaren boys have had probably well over 40 points in this game. So, yeah. So I guess their offense isn't really spread around as much as I thought coming into this game. Oh, man. All right, so expectations for the girls. Does the varsity team seem fired up for this game coming up?
I mean, not as fired up as you would think it would be. You know, it's against Newburyport. Every team should be fired up when they're playing Newburyport.
It's a pretty big game.
But,
it's a pretty big game.
You know, the girls' team for Newburyport is also really good.
They have a couple big scores. They're only 5-4, so it's not like they're lighting up the Cape Ann League. But they are. All right, so now we got all the JV players in for Newburyport. A little bit of an air ball there. Trying to bring the ball down. We got some of the Triton JV kids in as well. There's a long kick to Wasif. Oh, air ball. That would have been a nice one to see go in. That would have been a nice one to see go in. Good defense, and that ball's just going to go out of bounds. So you got to like seeing this. Let's get all these kids out there. I think Wasif is a senior, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. And so is
Wasif Shawman. Nice.
Franklin.
And there's a oh, he's going to come and drive the lane. Get in there. Oh, man. Kicking it back out to him. He's going to drive the lane again. Get in. Oh, my God. Won't drop. Wasif with the ball now. 20 seconds left. To Farago, who played a lot of time. Kicking out. Come on, kid. Take the shot. You're a senior. Hit this one. Oh. Almost.
No one can make a shot right now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Put it in. Put it in. Oh, man. Almost.
Dang
all right, Wasif. Wasif, you got one in you. You know you got one in you. Put it up. Put it up. Put it up. Drop. Yes.
Oh,
man.
A little fired up.
Very close. Very close all the way around. Almost had some good excitement at the end of that game.
Yeah.
All right, so 57-77, a 20-point deficit. They definitely did not hold them defensively like they did the last time. Disappointing first loss of the night for Triton, but maybe we'll see a win in the next game.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break here. We'll kind of regroup, maybe get some pizza in us and get ready for the next game in a little bit. So we're good.
All right.